Good evening. Just wanted to share some things that I was thinking about on my way home. I just hear this in my spirit so much. Been hearing this word all week, and that is the word live. And I was like, I was talking to someone earlier this week, and that word just rung out in my spirit. And I just recently saw the movie Get Out, and it was a really good movie. If you haven't gone to see it, you need to go see it. A movie, I'm still like digesting the entire movie. It's an amazing movie. But my focus was on the older looking lady that was in the house with the family. And I don't know why I can't get this out of my mind, but the moment where the guy had the camera and he was watching her, and she was looking in the mirror and she was fixing her hair, but she started to cry, and she started to there was no real release. There was just something there that was so built up, that was so pressurized to me. That's the way it looked. And it reminded me of some places that I've been emotionally in my life and psychologically. To have a traumatic experience happen, and you go through your life every day just going through the motions and not releasing those things that need to be released for you to enjoy your life and for you to have a healthy life, right? So it touched me deeply when I watched this woman. She was just crying, and she was fixing her hair, and she was smiling, but she had tears coming down her face. That was so deep to me. How many of us go through our day miserable? We go through our day full of anxiety, full of anger and frustration, and full of unforgiveness that causes us to perceptively be in a position where we receive information in a very unhealthy way, and that information comes from the behavior of other people. This woman was smiling and going about her day, but she just had tears coming down her eyes. I can only imagine, the looks of us spiritually. That's where some of us are. That's where some of us were. And it grabbed me for some reason, and I think ever since I saw that movie last weekend, I just keep hearing that word live in my spirit. And I was like, well, God, what do you mean? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with that? What do you want me to say? Live. He said live. And then he took me to the actual act of breathing. You have to actively inhale and exhale to live. You have to actively participate in life. It is up to you to take in and to release everything that you need to take in and release in this life in order to live. And John 10:10 says that the thief comes to steal, but I've come that you might have life, and life more abundantly. What if we didn't have to have anxiety? What if we didn't have to be depressed? What if we didn't have to be angry? I know that not a lot of people deal with anger, because anger is one of those silent things that keeps us captive mentally. It makes us to think about that thing that happened to us over and over and over again, and we think about it so much that we can't go to sleep. And then even if we go to sleep, the first thing we think about when we wake up is that thing that made us angry. Anger is something that needs to be dealt with. It needs to be exhaled and released. And it's possible. Let me tell you, I struggled with anger myself for a very long time. I mean, anger to the point where it paralyzed me. It paralyzed me from loving. It paralyzed me from enjoying my life. It paralyzed me from experiencing friendship and love from other people, because that anger kept me locked up in that situation where someone made me angry. So when we get angry, we feel like we need to be vindicated. That's just natural. That's just being a human being. But what I'm trying to say is, to live, you have to actively participate in the act of breathing. You cannot live without breathing. You cannot live without letting things go. You cannot live and hold on to things that are unhealthy. You cannot live and keep in the things that you need to release in order for you to have peace. Now, here's the thing. We have to learn how to separate the things that we want and the things that we need. And the things that we want can be measured by one thing, in my opinion. Does it bring you peace, or does it fulfill you? Right? The things that we want fulfill us. The things that we desire, they feel a need, right? Or they feel a void, rather. But the things that we need keep us in alignment with healthy living, with healthy psychological awareness, with healthy emotional stability. Sometimes what we need ain't always what we want, and we keep those things in, and we don't live. We don't actively participate in the functionality of living. I thought this was very profound. Like, it just dropped out of the sky. Like, for real, that's what you're telling me right now. but I jumped on it as soon as God gave it to me, because I don't want to just keep this for myself. Like, I'm gonna live. I'm not gonna sit here and hold on to things that I have nothing to do with. I'm not gonna sit here and hold on to things that are gonna damage my spirit, that's gonna damage my heart. I'm not going to ingest things and keep things that are done to me and cause myself not to be able to go to sleep. I got to go to sleep. All of y'all got to go to sleep. I'm not going to be stuck in a position where I am unhappy. And you can have all the things in the world that make you happy. You can have a good job. You can have a good relationship. You can have a good, a nice big old bank account, a nice house, a nice car. You can have a good family or a crazy family. It don't matter. Family is family. But you could be stuck in a place fixing your hair, putting your clothes on every morning, and have tears rolling down your face because you're stuck in a place, because you can't let go. You can't breathe. You can't actively participate in life itself, because you've got to inhale and you've got to let go of things that are unhealthy for you and myself and for me. And the thing is also being able to recognize those things that are unhealthy. It's not easy. It ain't easy at all. I'm working on it daily myself. I'm trying to make sure that I am aware of where I am, honestly. Like, Michelle, really, how do you feel about that? Michelle, if you feel anxious, there's something wrong. If you have tightness in your chest, or if you when you get around a person, you start to have a physiological reaction that is adverse to peace, something's wrong. There's something that's not right. You've got to let something go. I hope this blessed you. It blessed me. It's blessing me even now. And I'm going to live. I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to breathe out. I'm going to actively participate in living abundantly, because he came that we might have life, and that more abundantly. God bless you.